Hello, guys. My name is Kelly Obende, and I'm at Winners Chapel International Newcastle. Today, I'll be showing you guys also, power up the QU24 mixer in church. I hope um, it's not difficult, so just follow me, all right? The first thing that you want to do is to, get to the socket as close to the box and power on the socket. Um, you after powering on the socket, go to the you get into the cubicle, like I would call it, and then you have the QU24 mixer right in front of you. So at the moment, the mixer is not currently on. There's a switch at the back. Can you come closer? There's a switch at the back. This button, what's it called now? Is it the toggle button, which you depress down, and then the QU24 is on. Voila! It's the same comme ça, like the French would say. It's as simple as that. You've got the mixer powered on. So this has been preset already. I'm just going to take this up so that this, red lights do not flash and all of that. The next thing you want to do after switching on the mixer is to switch on your speakers. So this is a digital mixer. I would move on to switching on the mixer, the speakers rather. So cameraman, please, let's go to the front. So in this church, we've got two speakers for front of house. It's one Toman active power speaker. I can't remember the power capacity at the moment now, but we've got one at this point serving the auditorium, and then we've got the other one at that point. This is the switch that supplies the power to the speaker. So what I do is to turn this on, and then it powers on. So there's a green LED light on the speaker. If the cameraman gets that right, that indicates that the speaker is powered on. So this particular, the right speaker has been powered on already. So also the left, speaker to power on. So I also, put on the socket from the wall, and then we see that the LED on the left speaker has also been powered on. We've got a subwoofer on the left hand side, so this supplies the house with all those low frequencies. So if you've been listening to good music, for example, you hear maybe like the kick drum making that doom doom doom, while your top speaker, which we usually call like the range, is used to produce much more high frequency, mid frequency sound. So as a sound engineer, you want to ensure that the sound is balanced in the house, but the subwoofer here produces low end frequency. So when you put on the switch on the wall on both sides, the range and the subwoofers are automatically powered on. One thing you should remember, one thing you should note is that before when you want to start up your system, your mixer must always come on first, and your amplifiers or your speakers last secondly or last. When you want to power off your system, your speakers go off first and your mixer last. I'll take that again. When you want to power on your system, you put on your mixer first and then your speakers last. When you want to power off your system, you put off your speakers first and your mixer last. All right. I'll quickly take you to the altar. There's also got some speakers on the altar. These speakers are, for, like a feedback, for example, for the pastor. pastor has got his feedback, or the person leading maybe a chorus or a song, or anyone taking a prayer. Because the range for the house is facing, the congregation, it will be difficult for anybody on the stage to hear what he's saying when he or she, has a mic. Yeah, so that's the reason why there's a feedback monitor. So the feedback monitor, the way it comes on is, once we design the system in such a way that once you power on the switch from the wall that's on the right, this comes on automatically. Then I like the cameraman to please come closer. You've also got two monitors here. This particular monitor is being shared by the two keyboards, or the is it piano? I think it's they call it keyboard, right? So the two keyboards, we put them in the center just to for them to be able to hear themselves clearly. You want, when the keyboardists are playing, they want to be able to hear themselves clearly. So when the switch from the wall, the right hand side is also put on, this is also activated. And this smaller one here, we put this for the guy that plays the talking drum, which is this instrument, or the saxophone. So either of this, the talking drum, or this instrument, this particular speaker is used to serve as a source of feedback, so that when he or she is playing, they can hear himself clearly. Because we have got these monitors on the ground, the one for the keyboard and the one for the talking drummer, the gong player, or the saxophone player, it would be, I don't know, the cameraman can come close here. Sometimes you want to ensure that the switch is on. So there's a switch here which says 1 or 0. You want to ensure that the switch is on 1 to ensure that the speaker is on. Or this one, if you can come to the back, there's also a switch here, 1 or 0. So if I take this down, for example, it means that this particular feedback monitor is off. I want to ensure that it's on, so that the person that the feedback monitor is for will be able to follow the service. I guess with this point of mine, I think I've covered everything that has to do with powering on and off of the speakers, right? Thank you very much for listening.